All right, we're sitting in Brian's Tesla Model 3. It's cloudy. The rain has started. We're in front of my home in beautiful uplands, Regina, Canada. This is my first time in a self-driving car. I have brought toilet paper in case of excretion that is unpredictable. So, Brian, we've programmed in a random 7-Eleven for no good reason.
Yep.
As a salute to the 80s. So let's go.
I spent many a day going to the various 7-Elevens in our city. Yeah, so that symbol means we can engage it. This squiggly line is the path that the car thinks it might take.
Okay.
And,
oh, we see everybody else's car on. Oh, Jesus. That is zippy.
Yeah.
It's driving like a...
It doesn't mess around. But
because they used to be slow when you watch the first videos.
Yeah.
So now you have to touch the wheels?
You do have to keep your hand on the wheel, and it always drifts too far over when there isn't another line. So I prefer it would be a little more to the left, but we can live. Oh, self-driving maybe. Okay, so it's going to take a right. It should take a right at this.
Really?
At this four-way stop. No, it's not for some reason. Their warning came up something about full self-driving may be degraded. Maybe it was the rain, I don't know, but I'll try and engage again. Full self-driving. Oh, poor weather detected.
Oh no.
Holy crap. Well, I've never seen that before. So it won't let us do it.
Can you speed up the wipers on a manual?
Well, I don't think that'll...
Because the camera's outside or what?
Yeah. Take control immediately. Vehicle departing lane.
What's that mean?
I don't know.
Let me look at the radar here.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of it doing that before, and the weather seems like it's raining, but it's not that big of a deal.
Well, that's the weather. It looks like it's going to blow through pretty quickly.
Show the camera here.
Focusing?
It should be set to fairly deep focus.
Well, the rain is almost stopped. There'll be reflectivity off the street, though.
I mean, I could basically, if the thing...
Okay, now it's driving itself?
Yeah.
Boy, it's really accelerating. You know, Elon, that is not exactly the most fuel-efficient way to accelerate. Okay.
But see,
it's drifting!
It's confused about where the lanes are.
Okay, it's like the previous one was a parking lane, and now I'm going to the right lane of a 4-lane street.
But it may want us to turn right eventually too, so it could be okay to be in this lane.
So you're not controlling the car?
No, I've just got my hand on the
Even if you hold the steering wheel, it will steer itself?
Yeah, you just have to have a little pressure on it so it knows you're holding it.
Right.
And I have it set to drive the speed limit.
Right. So it's not turning here. I can see it sees the cars slowing down for this jackass who cut in front of us. That's nice.
Yeah, that's handy. That worked.
Ah, what was that?
Yeah, see, it's not sure where the lane is because of the...
Why would it jerk, though?
There's no... it's changing its mind. Yeah, there should be a painted line over here.
There should be. The city of Regina is going to kill us all with their lack of line painting.
So yeah, I really want to turn us more to the left, but the car eventually kind of drifts back to the left. It's like it thinks the lane is this whole area.
Right, but some people are stopped there.
Yeah, so when there's cars there, it realizes, oh, I'm going to drift over.
But I didn't think it relied on line painting.
Not entirely. It can drive without lines.
Are maps involved at all?
I believe maps are also involved.
Following distance behind this guy. Now we got a school zone coming up.
Yeah.
That's an unpleasant stop.
So nice that the car braked nicely.
So this is we're 50 kilometers normally. We're going to 30.
Yeah, so what's happened before is it will see the 30, but it'll be kind of late to slow us down.
Slow down and stop, because that's a camera. Camera.
Yeah, it didn't see the sign. It normally sees the sign.
Okay.
So it still thinks we're in a 50 zone. So am I going to get a ticket there?
I don't think so. But I was looking at it, it was getting down pretty quick.
But yeah, I went through another school zone and it saw the 30 sign, but it didn't start to slow down until we hit it. So yeah, you could be vulnerable to end school zone, but see now it thinks it's 40 for some reason.
40?
That's probably based on the map data, and now it's back to 50.
Well, how long has it been since they changed the school zone? 2 years?
A couple of years, but yeah, it's, the map data is often wrong.
Well, now if it used map data, wouldn't it know what lanes were where? See, it knows that this is a turning lane here, even though there is no line.
Yeah, and
Sees the pedestrian. Sees it's pushing a baby carriage.
I'm not sure the picture was quite right, but
you know, one day these things will be able to see somebody holding a gun, and it'll be able to avoid it. Like they'll get so smart, though. But right now, as far as Regina is concerned, would you say that it's behind what it is in, say, San Francisco, because it's new here?
I would assume so. Yeah, that the data for Canada in general is not fully integrated yet. And yeah, it's probably much better in Toronto and Vancouver.
So it's got to learn. Oh, we're seeing. Okay, now we have a cyclist we are approaching.
Okay, changing lanes to follow route.
Is it doing that on its own?
And then it did that on its own.
200 meters, turn right onto 4.
Yeah, it sees the cyclist. It shows a picture.
Realized it had to go back to the other lane.
Geez, a rainy day is kind of a scary time to be testing out this. So you have to intervene. You are at any second. This is not something you can just let drive. This is a beta. You're helping them build this software essentially.
And I intervened in the school zone because I was going to get a speeding ticket.
And we don't like that.
And we don't care for those. But yeah, it's back to driving itself. That was the car doing that corner.
Wow. How long can you take your hands off the wheel for? Is it a matter of seconds?
Like 30 seconds or something.
Okay.
It's just, I just keep a little pressure on it.
Okay.
See, it thinks it's 40 now, but it's
Why?
It's 50, right? So I can increase the speed.
Well, that's nice, so you don't annoy anyone.
But yeah, sometimes the map data is wrong.
Now we're going to be driving through North Central. Uh-oh. That scares
A
me.
little too close to that guy, but
Yeah. That doesn't seem safe.
But now it's giving us more distance.
I'm surprised how aggressive it is.
200 meters, turn left onto Albert Street.
So we're going to go left onto Albert, which is a busy street.
And there's construction. Albert Street Restoration, First North. Okay, that's the right. We're not going that way.
So that guy
Didn't do the right
didn't
thing.
do the right thing. So now the car has to reroute.
He started.
Turn left onto Albert Street.
Okay, so it's still got the blinker on, so I'm going to cancel the blinker. And it's going to have to go straight.
It was going to sit here and wait for an opening,
So
wasn't it?
I can't turn left from this lane, so I've canceled it.
Okay.
So I'll go this way and re-engage. But yeah, that guy in front of us did the wrong thing
Yeah.
in terms of the left turning lane. So my car got confused.
And in Regina, the wrong thing is done constantly.
That is
so.
the normal thing to do, is the wrong thing.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so where are we going now?
Oh, I don't like this.
It's like
It doesn't know. See, there's no. Why? Okay, it's almost the middle of June, and there's no lines on the streets. It's like we're a butthole city here. Why aren't there lines on the street?
So again, we're drifting a little too far to the right, but you should see this dumpster here.
There's a dumpster. I feel like, self-driving would crash right into that. We have construction ahead. The road is closed. How will it deal with this since we have a road closed ahead?
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Was it planning on taking it, or do we know? We're going to get stuck in North Central here.
Like if it was me, I would turn left at this red light here,
Yeah.
but it may not. Yeah, I think that's a little too far ahead for it to see.
Why is it jerking?
I
Now
get
it thinks
sort of
this.
confused about the lanes.
It's really aggressive, Brian. There's a road closed sign.
This is like a Looney Tunes show.
Is it still driving?
Yeah, it's still driving.
God help me. Okay, road closed. Road closed. Oh shit.
So again,
Okay,
I had to intervene there
so that,
and re-engage.
and we have a 30-kilometer-an-hour zone without a speed camera.
Now turn right onto 5th Avenue.
That says max 40 because it's. I thought, doesn't it look at signs
Okay,
for speed?
it's going to. Yeah, but it doesn't do it with 100% accuracy. So okay, it made its own turn there.
And it's speeding. It's speeding.
Oh yeah, because technically this is a 30 zone.
Fortunately, everyone else is speeding.
Yeah, but this is. Yeah, actually, I was going to say this is going to be a good route, but it's not because the Pasco Street ends.
In 200 meters, turn left onto Pasqua Street.
Oh, there's the old Jolly Roger.
And there's a cab outside of it, which is normal.
Now turn left onto Pasqua Street.
There's the old Dairy Queen that I still miss.
Yeah, it's the only one we went to when I was a kid because we lived over here.
Is that right? It's, yeah, kind of an old-fashioned one, but I think it's an accounting firm now.
Well, it was new fashioned then.
Okay, so there's a left turn at a stop sign. We'll see what it does here. It's going to have to kind of creep forward a bit to see. And then it takes off.
Now there's a street sweeper. We have an obstacle. People are going around an obstacle. What's it going to fucking do? Help me!
100 meters, turn right
I'm scared.
5th Avenue.
Okay. Just got a free cleaning there on the right side. It's doing a good job so far. Just makes me nervous. How are you? Do you get? It's your car.
Yeah, no, it's definitely
Onto
nerve-wracking.
7th Avenue.
There's an old church designed by Joseph Pettick, my favorite architect.
Architectural tour of Regina as well for free.
Always stop.
But it's not going all the way over to the right lane. It's kind of driving like a douchebag, actually.
Yeah, it's that. I really don't like that.
See, no lane markings, and what's that?
So,
Now turn left onto
yeah,
Louvain
so left
Drive.
on Louvain is the right choice here,
And it is hogging both the
but it's
lanes.
hogging both lanes. So, I'm gonna.
I am surprised. Okay, so you get over-the-air updates, and this will improve. You'll take the same route, and it
Yeah.
will be better next week.
Probably, yeah.
And maybe, more stark on the months ahead.
But it really struggles on these streets that aren't fully line painted.
Yeah.
It's just always kind of.
However, that construction concerns me because
Yeah.
there was large signs. There wasn't a sign in the middle. It was open in the middle, but
But that's why I'm supposed to be prepared to take.
I know. But you see, in the States, Brian, they've been. How long has the beta program been there? A year and a half,
Yeah, quite a
something
while.
like that. It should know now what a construction sign looks like because they're pretty much the same.
Yeah. No, there was one on the on the Tesla Daily channel the other
This is
day.
the wrong lane.
It kind of went into the wrong lane, yeah.
So it's driving like a Reginan.
Yeah. But on the Tesla Daily channel the other day, it actually took him down a street that said "Do not enter."
Yeah.
He went the wrong way, and it was because it was a temporary "Do not enter" because, like, the map data, it was normally a two-way street.
But it's got to be able to read the signs.
Yeah, it's got to be able to read, and eventually it will.
Fascinating.
But anyway, it is back to driving itself.
So it's rough, but it will improve, and you'll see the improvements with each update that comes into your car via your Wi-Fi in your driveway, right?
Yeah, and I'm not sure how often I'm going to use it because it is
No.
kind of nerve-wracking to do. Like,
But using it helps them
Yeah.
improve. So every time you have to intervene,
yeah,
it sends data, it sends that intervention to Tesla's computers,
yes.
Keep right.
and they learn from it.
Every time I drive with it, I'm doing Tesla a favor.
So it sees the yellow light and
Sees
is
the yellow light
stopping
and
gradually.
stopping for our red light here. Yeah, I'm doing them a favor by using this software.
Right, everyone is.
Yeah.
But you have to be very vigilant. They're really rolling it out to a lot of people. You're driving, you had to have a high driving safety score.
Yeah.
Yours was like 98%.
Mine was a 98 when I got the update.
But they're going all the way down to 92 or
92,
something.
93.
That means that they're really widely putting it out there,
Yeah.
and it's pretty rough, but they really want the data, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
But my concern is that there's bound to be accidents.
There will probably be more accidents because it's, I think, well over 100,000 people have the software now.
And it's almost certainly going to be to drive, and because I remember this from my own driving training decades ago somehow, you're supposed to hug the left-hand curb for visibility for the other people.
Hug it? Like on a turn like that?
Well, be like a foot from it,
Yeah.
so that the other people turning will have better visibility. We're right in the middle of the lane where the car in front of us.
I don't have a problem with that.
Well, of course you don't. You're not a safe driver. You're a 98. I'd be a 99 easily, I'm sure of it.
Easily. No, I had a few forward collision warnings, so at one point it dropped to like a 95 or.
Oh, no.
Right onto Pasco Street.
So this guy's driving like a Tesla.
He's driving between
He's
the
taking
lanes too.
2 lanes.
So the car is confused partly because of him and partly because there's no proper painted lines. So that's our destination, the 7-Eleven here.
7-Eleven,
I
where
think it's just going to say you've arrived.
the blueberry lemonade Slurpee.
Now your destination
Yeah,
is on
so-
the left.
It would have driven us in?
No,
No.
it was.
It just says,
I think.
take over, you son of a gun.
Yeah.
We're here.
So yeah, I don't know. You want to get a Slurpee?
I don't. But I'm happy to wait for you to get one.
No,
It'd be good video.
I'm good. So yeah, so there we go. That was our. Oh, was that up the whole time?
I don't know.
Yeah, but anyway, you should have been able to see that.
Yeah. Does it fill the screen if you choose it
Yeah,
to?
you can. Yeah, you can't do it now, but once you're engaged.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was it. What do you think?
I have some concerns. I know that it's going to struggle. It's not a question of whether it's good to go yet. We know that it's not good to go. The question is, how far along is it? And I expected it to do better.
Yeah, on this drive, it did not seem all that far along. Yeah.
And I know that it just came to Canada, so it's just dealing with Canadian signage and Canadian lack of
Lack of painted.
probably because of our snow, and we don't have it's not San Francisco where you could paint lines anytime you want.
Yeah, we have a bad climate for that. But
And just where it positions itself in the lane, I'm surprised by how quickly it accelerates. I'm actually kind of surprised at how it drives like a normal idiot driver.
yeah,
It doesn't necessarily drive the proper way in all cases.
If I was going to use it a lot, I would put a learner driver sticker on the back of my car, which some other
My computer is learning.
some other Tesla owners have done as well.
Is that right?
Yeah, because it drives like a new driver,
Yeah.
and that would be a great warning to give to other drivers.
Okay, so the big question is, who's going to win the race to autonomous driving? It's not a question of,
Yeah.
If, it's when and who. So in San Francisco and Phoenix and other places and China, there are autonomous robotaxis driving without a driver. They're driving cautiously
Yeah.
and annoying people.
Yeah.
They're accelerating slow. They're getting confused at times. They're taking things really cautiously, and there is people looking at it. You can overlook it from remote, which I believe is the law in those places for now. And the question is, are they further along? Because they're using LiDAR on the roof, like big sensors, and
I hit the horn, so it'll hopefully record.
so they're using big sensors and mapping, serious,
Yeah.
detailed mapping. Like every corner of Regina would be mapped if this was a ride service testing area. So they would know, regardless of lines, that was a road with one lane and a parking lane.
Yeah.
And if you can,
Yeah, but this car was trying to figure it out on the spot.
Also, I've never noticed how crappy our lining
No,
is.
yeah,
That's all
exactly.
down.
Like you sort of just take it for granted. It's isn't every city like that?
Yeah, but I remember training my son to drive. I said, when there is no lines, you got to divide in two
Yeah.
and hug the halfway point,
Yeah.
or be over towards.
No, and there's one intersection near our house that was always a problem for teaching my kids to drive, because as you go through the intersection, there's a couple of them where they're not lined up. Like it's impossible. It's like you have to have lived here your whole life to know which lane you're supposed to go into as you finish the intersection.
Right.